You know what? I was staring at myself too much on the camera. Is what it was. Can you see me now? It took me 30 minutes, but we got this.
Are we hooked up into? You got audio?
Sarah's on the other line. She's trying to get on here so she can.
Here, let me squeeze in there. Right there. You can be my guest. Yeah. See the green thing?
Yeah, I'm just sitting right here, so we'll stay on until we get this. That way we know it's good for the rest of the year.
You got audio on there? I plugged it in tonight.
It's on and never back there. Here. Hey.
Tater was coming.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good.
Honey, who's that?
My girlfriend.
You could eat it?
Huh?
You could eat it? She got a bikini on? This freaking, did you say Tampa? Is he from Tampa?
No, she's from here.
Where?
I don't.
Super Tampa? She got like a bikini on.
I didn't say it.
Johnny goes out with some wild ones. Look at that guy. Try to set him up.
Can I click the?
Piercings and tattoos and everything.
Can I like control shift the page that it's on? Like, okay, so what would you want me to do?
Statue of Liberty, that girl. Every picture he shows me, I'm like, freaking Statue of Liberty. Your hands in the air like this every picture. Nobody ever took a picture of her.
I got one here. I'm missing one.
Who's this later? What do you think? I want to know if anybody said cross that red line before they with the stick across it. I just want to know if any of the words carved. I'm carved the fucking eye out. You didn't see it? It was like I was ready out like, oh my gosh, just do it. Just do it.
I missed it. I was talking.
This is like delayed by like 30 seconds.
Cross that red line like that. He had it like, I'm serious. It was like all I could picture with in my mind. I'm going like, that picture he's telling me, you fuck around with fucking baits. I'll fucking carve you.
Can you see it? Because there's a link down here.
I just have a water.
And it says share on Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus and all that. How do you want me to get it? Email? Can I email it to you?
No, it's Ada was doing most of the fucking I think that was Tel and Serio. One other fucking guy.
Okay.
Fucking numbers now.
I just sent it.
Put a silver number on a white jersey. I mean, I'm like,
which one? No, is she supposed to be here?
The only question I have, I said, do they glow in the dock at night when you jog?
No, she broke up with me. We're no longer friends.
What if they glow in the dock when you jog? Just remind me that fucking like that.
Well, not while we're on the air.
All right, let's go. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there. All right. Can I go on or no?
Got married Saturday. Isn't it pretty?
What's up, here?
How you doing?
How was last night?
Good. How are you?
Was it back at Maple Wednesday? Yeah.
Okay, we're moving the laptop. Can you see us moving the laptop? Can you see Google? Indeed.
He's actually a picture out there.
Hey, welcome everybody. And TGI Fridays, regular customers that are here. This is our Cottonmouth's coaches show for the next 5 weeks. We'll be having here at Fridays. Head coach Jerome Pulu Bashard.
1, 2, 3. Go Snakes! Go Snakes! Go Snakes! Go!
Simchuck is right here.
Frank Simchuck and of course Will Aid,
Here, take this over there.
our player guest tonight. And, plenty to discuss and everything. And if you have any questions later on, we'll have our Don Riley Heating and Air question and answer period brought to you by Riley Heating and Air, Cool Steaks, warming your hearts. Riley Heating and Air. You can fire away questions at our players and our coach as well. Well, Coach, heck of a weekend for the States, and I guess a heck of a streak again. It's about halfway through to where we were in another streak, but now 5 straight games with that one.
You know, my pinstripe suits are really doing well. I mean, my black one with the gray stripes won 10 in a row, and my black one with the blue stripes have won 5 in a row. So, you know, I'm thinking it's a suits, but no, the guys are playing really well. And it was a great weekend. 3 games, 3 nights. A lot to ask for athletes, but they showed up and just got it every game out. It was really nice weekend.
Well, we opened up with Huntsville on Friday night, and Shannon Tabatos at the starting net, and the Snakes were able to skate well in front of Shannon. We only had 1 assist for the other team that I can remember, and I've been saying this for a while. I know maybe, I don't know, you guys might be thinking the same thing, but for some reason, when we have Shannon in goal, I don't know if it's because we got it on our mind not to make a mistake. We seem to make a pretty fatal mistake at any given time when Shannon's in there. We look at it against Losey, when Losey's in the net. I don't necessarily see those kind of plays. Can you explain maybe the rhyme to reason for that? And I think if you don't, I'm talking about the goal that I think it was Levi just dished a perfect pass there. It was a one-timer.
I think it was Baylor. Was it Levi or Bales? Well, I mean, it started off. Well, let's start backtrack a little bit. I mean, decision of when the goalie started, Shannon, Andrew, what they were going to play last weekend, and John and Brad were wanted to start Losey Friday night, Shannon Saturday, and Losey Sunday, and I just said no. Shannon plays well at home. The first game, she hasn't played at home for a while, so I thought it was important for her to play Friday. So, you know, game starts. All of a sudden, you know, we play all right for a little bit. One back to Huntsville with a bad goal, and it's really not her fault. Shot, throw the puck at the net, deflection goes 5-hole, and I could just see her body language. And you know, the second one, Levi throws a pizza up to the guy, and
extra pepperoni in it.
And you know what? She screams, she doesn't see anything, and they throw it at the top shelf, and her arms didn't go up in the air like what the heck, but she wanted to, which if she did, I would have said, don't do that. But you know what? It's 2-0, and we're behind the 8 ball, and it's not her fault, and you know, it's just the way to go. You know, the guys really came back and fought hard, and fought back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tale of 2 periods, really. The first period, I didn't really think we played that bad in the first period when I look at the chances we had. And Gano is, I give that kid credit all the credit. Bro, that kid's a pretty stout goaltender. He was making some big stops, keeping them in the game. And of course, you said, like I said, the 2 goals or whatever that maybe you take 1, but not 2 of those. We find ourselves now 2-0. And I thought Huntsville came in, they were resilient. They worked hard in the first period for a road period for them, you know, thinking it was us. But we came out in the second period, and once the second period hit, we kind of usurped the game away from them.
Yeah, no, I think you can talk to Craig and Willie, but I thought we really took the game over to the second period. And after the second period, I didn't think there was any doubt that we were going to win the hockey game. I just thought, you know, we kind of overpowered them and really took it to them for the better part of the game after that. And going into the game, you know, the biggest thing was, you know what, Huntsville is not as bad a hockey team as their record. You know, they have no confidence whatsoever. They find ways to lose, but they can win if you give them an opportunity. And the thing was not to give them an opportunity.
Well, guys, I mean, your take first. So tell us, you know, your take on that first period, and then obviously in the room, talk about how you came out the second.
We definitely knew what Huntsville could do. It wasn't the record doesn't indicate what kind of team they are. So we knew it wasn't easy to bring a positive record, and that first period showed that. fall asleep for a couple of minutes, anything can happen. So obviously the older guys in the dressing room stepped up and knew that no one was really worried at any point. But we knew that we had put a better effort in the second, and we had a good start and finished them off.
I mean, Huntsville in general, I mean, they're a quick, fast team. You can't underestimate them just because of their record. But, I mean, we came out in the first, and they kind of pushed right back with us, and we were actually kind of surprised. We haven't played Huntsville in a long time, so. But no, they're a good team. They just, how Coach said, they find ways to lose. But I mean, when you get scored on, your confidence goes down because you look back and go, "Oh, we're 5 of 20." You know, another game that we're down and we're fighting back. So,
And you know, they're size-wise, I think they're pretty. You know, I mean, they look like a pretty big team. They're going to take that over the front, but for the size, I don't think they. I mean, I don't want to say the word soft. I don't want to say that. But for the guys that are out there, for the size guys that they have out there, would you say? If you say it's one thing, if I say it's another. So, but let's just say, are they not? They're not as deep as they should be.
I mean, there's no like Kyle Johnson or Levi Lins on their team, but I mean, there's like 3 or 4 guys that are like, I mean, above 6'1", 6'2", but they're not soft, but like they're just, I don't know, they don't have that edge or that grittiness to them.
And then, for whatever reason, other than when Corey Bellamy's out there, you know, taking a couple of runs here and there, we all know Corey, but he played for us. But after him, there isn't anybody out there that's going to shake it up.
Soft. I mean, yeah, I mean, I look back at Huntsville and I look at the Huntsville team when Randy Murphy was there the second year. I mean, they're all, and I love Randy Murphy, but they're all little guys and they all skate. They're not scared, but they're not physical and they're not going to hit anybody and punish anybody. And that's their hockey team. They have Corey Bellamy. When Belzy is one of your leaders on the hockey team, and he'll tell himself he shouldn't be the guy trying to lead the hockey team. He is a good part of a hockey team. You know, he gives you energy, he gives you a little toughness, but he's not your hockey team. And you know what? On Friday night, Corey Bellamy didn't even play. I mean, he got about 5 shifts on Friday in Huntsville, and you know what? Go to Saturday in Huntsville, Belzy played a regular shift, and I mean, I don't know why he didn't play much on Friday, but they probably needed a little bit more of him on Friday than they did Saturday.
Well, the Snakes get back even in the second period on Friday night. A line that's really starting to produce, and it's starting to become a little crazy on the numbers in that line. I don't know if you've gone through them or not, but Williamson and Arsenal. They pick up a goal, and little Manny Jajero, we don't talk about what he's been doing.
Well, the blue line, I like to call them, they kind of drive me crazy. I mean, I wish I could harp at them a little bit because in a game they produce. In practice, I just don't like watching practice. It's not what I want. I want more from them in practice. You practice how you play, and half the time they look like they don't want to be there. Or, I guess 2 out of the 3. But you know what, Matt Jajero on Friday night, highlight reel goal. Was it the second goal or was it the goal-ahead goal? The third goal. I mean, that's a highlight reel, and I tell the guys all the time, do things at full speed, and good things happen. Every time when you have time and you try to make a nice, pretty play, you tend to have a turnover or this and that. When you do things full speed and just let things happen, it just happens. Matthew Jerry's third goal is just a prime example of that. Just kind of a bang play. He switches the defenseman and cuts back with an unbelievable goal.
Well, the Snakes took that lead and then, of course, extended it. Andy Williger telling you, that kid's got that shot from the blue line and it finds its way in once in a while. And you know what? I know that Kyle Johnson last week had talked about it, said he thinks he has one of the better shots on the team. And are we working on that more and more?
Well, after a year and a half, he's finally actually able to get it off. I mean, it's taken him a year and a half to learn when to shoot and how to shoot quick and get the shot through and all that stuff. And over the last 2 weeks, his shots have gone through and done a great job.
Well, one thing to do is Snakes get the nice win, and everybody's in one piece at the end of the game, which is good news. You guys have to, unfortunately, get up even earlier than you normally get up with 8. And, you guys got to roll out and end up going to.
I'm just glad they told me it was an early game because I didn't know it was a 2 o'clock game until on the weekend until we were on our way home from last weekend's game. So
It is an 8 o'clock. Was it you guys left at 8 morning, didn't you?
we left at 7:45, and my gut instinct was we left at 7:45, our time. Yeah. We should have left at 7. Would have been perfect timing, but we were there about 12:15, which is about a half hour later than I would like to be. But get there, don't think about it, jump in your gear and go play. And you know what? It wasn't a very pretty hockey game. I didn't think we played very well at all.
You know what? You say that, but you look at the Snakes. Andrew Lowen goes in net for the Snakes, and you know, I mean, if you look at the score of the game, it's a 5-3 game. Talk about
Your daughter's not there. They
what the issues were in that game.
told them, okay.
Well, you got nothing to say that game? Nothing to say about that game?
I think guys are definitely tired, and it's hard to get mentally focused with short preparation. It's coming off the bus and getting ready. But
Was it the short preparation coming off the bus, or was it a 2 o'clock afternoon game?
I think a mixture of both. Definitely 2 games in less than 15 hours takes a toll on you mentally and physically. So we didn't have the best start for what we needed, but once again we found a way to win. But it wasn't a nice way, but good teams found ways to win. So,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was the 2 o'clock game. It's just tough enough coming after a big win on Friday and then coming into Huntsville and like, oh boy, I'm sore, I'm tired, didn't really sleep good last night. But that was the main thing for me, was just the bus and the 2 o'clock game.
I gotta ask you this. You guys have played all levels of hockey. And when you get to pros, it gets a little more steady as far as the body clock is concerned. There's not a lot of afternoon games, so to speak. Now, if you get to the AHL, the NHL, that's a different story. There's a lot of 1 o'clock games, you know, once you get up to that situation, and then 7:30 games, etc. Talk about does it just feel like you should be napping at 2 o'clock? Because generally, when game days, it's a 7:30 game, you're napping at 2?
Yeah, like I get up in the morning, go to practice, come home, eat right away, and then I usually nap from 1 to 4:30.
I thought you were fishing. I thought you were out fishing.
That's only in the weekdays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can't have fish and hockey in one mind, you know. So
Especially yours.
yes, a lot of things going on there. But no, usually nap from like 1 to 4, and then you know that's prime time nap hour at 2 o'clock.
Simmer, are you a good napper? Pregame napper?
not really, maybe half hour tops. Just get a little snoozing and just get my mind on hockey.
Go home and watch the soaps or what?
Another couple soaps.
Days of our lives. 12-1, yeah.
For sure.
Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore.
And then, of course, the nap after Days of Our Life, after the little lunch there. No, I mean, guys, you went down by a couple of goals in the second period. But once again, you're trailing. You're trailing Huntsville. Man, about Huntsville, I mean, you know, I mean, everybody had, I think we were seasons like that in the ECHL. Probably the only time I can remember that frustrating, like, here it comes again. You guys are up down by 2 goals. The coach should talk about it. I mean, then get back into the lead, and then ultimately win by 2.
Well, you know what, I mean, again, we're happy with the start, and, you know, knowing Huntsville, we get that 1 goal, you can just feel, you can kind of feel their level, their energy level go, their confidence level go down, and, you know, we were holding on to the puck way too much. We were lackadaisical. We weren't moving our feet. We weren't shooting the puck. And I'm like, guys, just shoot the puck. And, you know, Louis Belial gets a review out there. You know, Louis Belial gets a goal from terrible angle. You know, we just shot it off of Kalecki, almost from behind the net. And that was the first one. The second one was at the power play goal. You know, our power play has been very improved, and it is up and down. You know, obviously we got shut out yesterday on the power play, but it has been improved so much. And the second goal at Huntsville was on the power play, and it was like I drew it up on the board exactly. And it was a really pretty goal to watch. And after that, we kind of figured we'd be all right and get the win in Huntsville. I know we talked about already. They find a way to lose, and they know they're going to lose. You look at their face, and they're just looking like, you know, what's going to happen.
But it doesn't look like a quitting team. At least I noticed on Friday. I'm not saying they quit. Like, you might see that they might be gripping the sticks a little too tight, or just afraid to make the wrong move because they don't want to be that guy that cost that game. And they've had 13 1-goal losses. I mean, it's a crazy number that Huntsville has had, but you're right, when you're in that situation. But of course, Craig Simchuk.
It could be Detelio's hat. It could be Detelio's hat. I mean, that could be a problem as well. I mean, they should throw that way and burn it. But
At this point, I would.
But you know, coming down the stretch of the third period, Simmer and the green line come up big. I mean, our green line has really played well as of late and scored some big goals for us. And both of these guys scored big goals on the weekend to keep us winning.
The Craig Simchuk game-winning goal, and then Levi Lind finishes off with the empty netter, and the Snakes get out of there with a 5-goal performance in what you consider to be a bad game.
Was that behind the net, kind of as well? And again, goaltending is everything. And yes, I'm happy we won, but I mean, really, Jesse Kalecki, Huntsville's goalie, probably lost the game for them. I mean, probably 2 goals that probably shouldn't have. 2 goals that probably shouldn't have got in, restored, and that hurts. That hurts that hockey team. But again, the green line has come a big Saturday and again yesterday afternoon.
Rather than a big 5-3 win. That's not like there's enough hockey guys, because guess what? 22 hours after you started the game, basically about 19 hours after you pull out of Huntsville, you guys got to skate it up against a pretty darn good team. Then Pensacola that comes in, which I mean, it's been last year you could buy a win against Pensacola, and this year I think they're probably maybe saying the same thing. Just an observation for me calling the game. It was a little bit slushy out there, and I say that we had 3 games in 3 nights, and there's a lot of fatigue out there. Both teams, you could see that, and I think reflective of the amount of icings that we saw last night. It was a lot of folks were a lot of folks icing the puck. I looked at some plays where like technically the unnecessary icing. But I mean, you guys said this, and you've said this time and time again, Coach, and it's not necessarily the muscle tires that people have. It's the upstairs, the fatigue, and the brain starts taking over. Before we get into any of that, what the heck was going on in the red line in the warm-ups with Will Aid? I don't know if anybody was at. Did anybody see the warm-ups last night? Did anybody see the little? I'm sure you as well. You let the guys know what Fridays is, so we can come down here for the coaches show if any of the guys were around.
It was just a mutual thing. Me and Butel kind of don't like each other. When he gets on the ice, he just always, automatically gets on the ice and he wants to fight. And, he has how many shifts he has? He has maybe 1 or 2 shifts every game, and I'm not gonna fight him just because he just wants to be a bully. But I don't know. He told me something at the at the red line that I didn't like, and I just told him I wasn't gonna take it. And then I felt like I was back in Youngblood, swinging sticks and.
I saw the stick up there, the chin. I want to know I was talking to Beach about it. Did the vert carve? I'll carve your eye out. Anything like that.
I was just waiting for him to swing and hit me in the face because that would have started the team wrong. It would have been kind of cool. But
We haven't had one of them in. I can't think of the last pregame to-do we had. But anyways, make a long story short, maybe thankfully for that, because right now, where the Snakes are in position in the role that you're on, it probably might have been changed a little bit. But let's talk about this game. It's a 1-0 game, and it's a scoreless game up until the third period. Let me ask you this, Coach. You have a situation where, I don't know, were you pulling your hair out, or were you happy? I'm trying to, because I'm looking at you on the bench, and I'm trying to see the emotion that you had. You didn't seem like you had a lot of emotion.
Well, I wasn't happy how we were playing. I didn't think we played very well, but obviously, the circumstance, 3 games in 3 nights, a little bit of travel, all that stuff. So,
And it's both teams, by the way.
Both teams. So there's a reason why it's a sloppy hockey game. But you know what? I don't want to say lackadaisical because the effort was there. Just non-execution of some plays that needed to be made, and the execution just wasn't there. When it comes down to it. But you know what? Talking to a few folks earlier and after the game, everyone's like, "Man, that was a playoff hockey game," and I guess it kind of was. You know what? Nobody gave out a whole lot every time. The energy, the intensity was there. The energy and the execution wasn't there. I guess that's maybe a good way to talk about it.
Personally, this is my opinion, and you guys can disagree with me or not, but I thought it was a goaltenders clinic last night. I think Strange and Andrew Lowen both. That's the only reason it's a 1-0 game. I think that game could have easily been 3-2, 4-3 kind of game.
No, I agree. Andrew Lowen the night before or the afternoon before in Huntsville. Yes, it was a 5-2 game or 5-3 game, but Losey made 5 or 6 saves coming down the stretch right at the end of the game in Huntsville, and then Losey stood on his head last night against Mexico and made some really big saves coming down. Obviously he's tied for the record.
He's going for the record on his next stop, which we'll get in that.
Right, but no, Andrew, it wasn't goaltending duel or whatever, and you know what? I just knew it was going to be an ugly kind of goal, and talk about ugly goal, really. That's your type of goal, isn't it?
Yeah,
In your mind,
it
is a beautiful goal.
Well, in my mind, it was far down, over the glove, highlight reel. But no, it was actually our kind of goal. The green line, we're supposed to go out there and work our butts off and just grind it out, and that's what we did. Simmer shot it on net, and Strain kind of balled it. I hit it, and it popped perfect up for me, and then I smacked them and went in. So, I was pretty happy about it.
That's what I wanted. I just wanted more shots all night. We don't take a whole lot of shots. Over the last couple of games, we have taken a lot of shots, but I want those quick one-time plays, the shots where the goalie's not expecting it before he's ready for it. That's a perfect example. It was just a quick shot type thing, and he wasn't ready, couldn't handle the rebound, and he pops in the rebound. But no, it was pretty wild. What happened in the first period when the guy put it right in your stick at the top of the slot?
I heard the crossbar. I know I hit the crossbar, but no, it came out perfect for me, and kind of got a little too excited.
Excited to do a crossbar down. No, you gotta shoot low and low and hit the net. Low and hit the
I'll
net.
do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
I mean, it was a big goal, obviously, because it was the only goal of the game. I'm going to give credit. Nothing against Craig or anybody else on the hockey team yesterday. There was really only one guy throwing the hits that I saw, and that would be number 18, especially after we scored the goal. The tail was wagging, he was out there shouldering. You got a couple of Pensacola guys pretty big pots. And that wasn't a game that looked like there was a lot of hit. Nobody was really interested in hitting in that game.
Sinner, you hit a couple guys.
Of course you did.
I mean, you got two guys here. You can't just pump one guy and deflate the other guy. No, but I mean, everybody in general last night, I mean, Pensacola doesn't like to get hit. And we need to be physical all the time, and not just the green line. Archie's pretty physical. Jim's actually ran back. I mean, I thought Matt and Jared had a really good game last night, especially once he scored the goal. Back checking a little bit, which that's not his strong point. But I thought he played. He had a good game last night, and everybody did. Bates and Belial and Cook, it was Cookie on the green line, but Curry. I mean, everybody gave us what they had and emptied the tanks, and 1-0 win. Pretty nice.
Well, guys, it comes down to a little bit of drama, though. After the Will 8 goal in the third period, the game's going on. The Stakes fending off Pensacola, and you can see Pensacola trying to come up. It just seemed like we would get. I was waiting for us to get the second goal. It just looked like we were poised, you know what I'm saying, to get that second goal. Then all of a sudden, with just a couple of minutes left, see the hand go up on the referee, and then I see the 4-minute sign going on, and I'm like, holy mackerel. I mean, we go from, technically, they're going to pull the goalie, but worse off. Now it's they have that choice of going to 6-on-4 advantage, or they can leave it 5-on-4. He did. I think he played that perfect. He did. He let the 5-on-4 go until like the last minute. He pulled strange. But my real big concern with that 4-minute double minor was they score to tie the game up. They simply got the platter to come back and win the game without even going into overtime.
No, I was pretty concerned with that. I mean, Ginger. I mean, he's careless.
I mean, I thought he got his glove. I thought it looked like he got the kid's glove. Was that? I mean,
he was
he was good.
He was kind of open, so it was probably the right call. But in my mind, what I was thinking was about 3 games ago, we had a high stick, and they were kind of open. It was the girl who was refereeing up in Fayetteville, and we got a high stick, and they were waiting. They're like, "Oh no, that doesn't matter." I'm like,
it doesn't matter.
He's bleeding. I mean, come on, that's an automatic 4. But anyways, our penalty kill units showed up last night, and it was pretty to watch. Our special teams over the weekend were pretty good.
Well, the Stakes get a 3 in a row and a 1-0 win, and fending off that Pensacola surge towards the end of the game. They just needed one, and they just couldn't get it. We played tight. I thought we played aggressive, even though, killing the penalty at the end. It's not aggressive, but cost them a lot of situations. So congratulations, guys. A 1-0 win for the Stakes last night at the Columbus Civic Center. So now it's time for our Riley Heating and Air question and answer period. Brought to you by Riley Heating and Air.
You want to go out to the crowd?
Yeah, cooling the Stakes, you want my heart. It is Riley Heating and Air. So if you have a question, just raise your hand. I'll bring the microphone over to you.
All right, I've got 2. First up for Will, just a quick question. Last year you and Alex Golan took care of a lot of the physical, the fighting, things like that. This year you haven't had to drop the gloves nearly as much as you did last year. Is it nice to tell me your thoughts on that? I know, we talked about it yesterday. You're an anything as long as the team wins kind of guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But is it nice to know that you don't have to go into a game knowing, hey, I'm going to have to fight once or twice or 3 times tonight, that there's other guys out there like a Baylor, there's other guys out there that will take care of the fisticuffs if it comes to that?
That's a good question. But I don't know. I prepare myself before every game going in. Like I am gonna be fighting, but I've been picking my spots, and me and coach talked this year to pick my spots. I don't have to fight every game. I don't have to fight every heavyweight. And that is nice to know that, but sometimes my let's say my thoughts on some players picking on other people on my team kind of irritates me, and my head gets kind of in a different mood. But no, I'm glad. I'm just kind of playing my role, being an agitator out there, and yeah, so and scoring goals.
And second question for Jerome. You guys are actually at halfway done now, just actually one game over halfway. Your thoughts on the season so far? You know, you guys started the season with the 0-7, but you're 18 and I think it's now 18-4 since. I don't think there's any team in the league that's been as hot as you over that span. Your thoughts on the team at the halfway mark? You know, what you've liked, what you still feel like, hey, we could be doing better. Your thoughts at the halfway mark.
Obviously, I'm elated to where we are, to where we started. I'm so proud of my hockey team, how they've come together and how they play for each other every given night. You know, obviously our specialty team we still need to work on, but if there's one thing that we really need to concentrate on is our consistency. You know, over the last couple of weeks, we've won games. But those games we probably only played about 55 minutes or 50 minutes. And we need to play a full 60. And if that's anything, it's consistency. And going forward here, we're playing a lot of hockey coming down the stretch here. And 3 games and 3 nights this week. My speech to these guys hey, we need to work hard in practice. We're not going to be out there very long. So we need to get something accomplished when we are out there. And now it's the second half of the season is kind of theirs. It's kind of turned over to the players where they need to manage themselves and their bodies and their energy levels and really take care of themselves. And you know what? I've done all my yelling, screaming, and preaching and teaching. Now the second half of the season is kind of theirs, and now we're fine tuning and kind of continue that winning streak.
If you have a question, coach of the players, just raise your hand. I'll bring up the microphone. Who's got the next question?
Oh, over here. Sure.
I just thinking if you know, in 7 games, if we had won 3 out there, we'd been in the league. You know.
Believe me, I know, but hey, you can't do anything about the past. You gotta look to the future.
Kyle Thomas. Where is he? What's happening?
Kyle Thomas, I actually texted him today. He's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. He played 3 games. They lost 1 game, or won 1 game, lost 2 games. He's a -2, and apparently he got quite a bit of ice time. He said he was snake bitten, no pun intended. He had a couple goal posts and he had a couple opportunities, but he didn't really say how long he would be. But I know the East Coast League Hockey, or the East Coast Hockey League, All-Star break is right now until Wednesday, and I think they go to Wheeling, West Virginia this weekend. So Friday, Saturday, they'll be in Wheeling. So I imagine Kyle will be gone at least another week, and you know, go from there. And then Robert Davis, not 100% sure on Robert. Haven't talked to him or the coach up there, but I know he was a healthy scratch this weekend. So not 100% sure what's happening there. We have a question over here and then back over that way. Or did I answer your question? All right.
This is for all hockey teams. Something I can't understand. When you're 4 and they've got 5 on the ice, you get the puck and you throw it down the ice. And sometimes it looks like it'd be a lot better working it down the ice and using up the time instead of throwing it down the ice and giving it right back to them.
Well, that's when When, no, I mean, if I'm shorthanded, so, Pensacola has a power play. We're shorthanded, right? That's what you're talking about?
Right.
I mean, when you have a power play, you know, you have an extra guy on the ice. So really, when you're on the power play, the name of that game is puck possession and try to keep control down in the offensive zone. On the D side of it, when you're killing the penalty with 4 guys, your main goal is to get the puck out of your zone as fast as you possibly can, any way you can, and get it down there. I want to go attack down there and keep the puck down there as much as we possibly can with one guy kind of short. So really, on a penalty kill, a lot of times if we try to clear it ourselves, I try to do a nice little play, you know, and if somebody's on me and I can't clear it myself, I want to bump it real quick. I'll bring that guy to me and give it to Will A so he can clear it himself. So no, we want to get it out of our end as fast as possible, and we don't want to work it all the way down. No, that's just the way it is. So. Any other questions over anywhere?
Question for coach or our players?
Oh, we got
Hey, Craig, talk to me about basically sort of, I guess you guys are now calling it the green line with you and Patrick McCadden and Max Cook and Will. Talk about the building chemistry with you 4 guys. I think you guys, Jerome, you can correct me on this. It's just sort of like you sort of rotate those 4 guys as your third line and everything. And it really seems like you guys have come together as a line recently. You know, you had the game winner Saturday. You know, Will gets the game winner on Sunday, and it seems like you guys have been able to put together some offense and get some big goals down in the last couple of weeks. Talk about building that chemistry, and what do you feel like it's been going well for you guys to get that production lately?
Yeah, things together have been going very well. I feel like we're all on the same page. We all know where each other's going to be on the ice. If one guy has it, someone's always going to be open, and we all work for each other and together. We all know we're hardworking players, and like myself and Will, we're not going to try to go end to end like Matt Trujera or Bryce Richardson. We're going to get it deep, and we're going to be working hard. Yeah, I'm not going to try to dangle. I'm going to try to get deep and hit it and lock it up. You know it's not going to be pretty, but they don't ask how, they ask how many. So.
Good answer. Any other questions?
Besides Vegas, are we gonna have another transaction coming up?
No, you know what? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, Tommy Maldonado is still kind of obviously in town. He lives here. He's selling houses, and you know, he's available for if somebody gets hurt or this and that. So he's a good safety valve if that happens. But you know what? Unlike most other teams that are playing well, I'm happy with my group of guys, and you know what? My main focus is trying to keep them healthy and trying to keep them together. So I'm not really looking for anybody, you know, unless there's an injury or unless something happens with somebody else, but or more call up or whatever. So I don't foresee any more transactions as far as me bringing anybody in. So I'm happy with my guys. Where some other coaches in our league seem to mess a good thing up and are always trying to bring in guys and make trades and tinker and all that stuff, and that's just not me. So quite happy with my group of guys. Just got to work on their consistency and making sure we get to that 60 minutes a game instead of 55.
I have a question. Talk about the referee yesterday. I said hi, so they were holding the jerseys of the guys, keeping them from getting to the puck when they were streaming down the ice. I never saw them call our guys for this holding, for them, Pensacola, for holding. What was going on?
Yeah, I wasn't a very big fan of the referee last night. I didn't think he called a very good, strong game. And I mean, he sees one thing, I see another, and it really doesn't behoove me to yell at him and scream at him because I know it's not going to get any more calls there. I think the referee, to be honest with you, the refereeing over the last weekend wasn't strong. I think we had Jeremy Tuff the 2 prior games against Huntsville, and I wasn't very impressed with his game this weekend either. But yeah, I don't know why he liked so much grabbing, hooking and holding, and grab and go. So.
Do we have an NHL supervisor in yesterday?
I don't know if he was an NHL supervisor, but there was a supervisor here yesterday. I spoke to him briefly after the game, both games, or all 3 games. He actually was at all 3 games this weekend, and I kind of told him what I kind of thought. He goes, "Yeah, I think they missed a couple of hooks and holds and a couple of slashes here and there." I'm like, well, I mean, again, it doesn't make me feel any better when I hear your boss say that they missed. What do the guys think? Do they think they missed any calls or this and that? So.
Questions for Coach? Anyone? Coach, I do have a question.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of chatter about it, so I'm just doing the chatter question.
I don't like when you do that.
I know.
If you're gonna put me on the spot.
I am. And I feel awful. But yeah. I brought you the appetizers over this. Why don't you grab a cheesesteak before I go ahead and this evening? We're getting down to the point where the halfway point of the season's over with, and we're going to be working into, trying to get that all-important home ice advantage, so forth and so on. And Andrew Lowen right now, if you look at his goals against average, take away the first part of the season, you look at the guy's last 10 games or 12 games, so to speak, you look at his goals, it's ridiculous. It's crazy numbers.
Are you trying to create a goaltender?
Yes, he is.
Thing here?
Joe, why don't you go ahead and ask that question that you wanted to ask?
Well, actually, he and I had this discussion after the game last night. I am not trying to create one, but at one point, and this is a legit question that you have to sort of ask, or that has to be asked. At what point, when you have a goaltender that's riding a 12-game win streak, his goals against is 1.57. He's saving 95% of his shots. At what point in the ball game do you just sort of ride the horse?
Well, I mean, thank you for that great question. You know what? I mean, they're both capable goalies. I've been in this situation every year I've coached. I've always had number 1 goalies, whether it's 1A, 1B, or both number 1s. And Andrew Lowen is playing unbelievable. Shannon's playing well too. I mean, we have 27 games left. Andrew Lowen cannot play 27 games straight. So, there is no controversy. I mean, it's a matter of managing what the right games are. And I think between myself, Coach John, and Brad, I mean, obviously we went with the right decision this weekend as to when Shannon plays and what game she plays. And I want to put her in a position that she can win hockey games. And I want to put us in a position as an organization that we're going to win. So, what? If we play 3 games in 3 nights, more than likely Losey's going to get 2 of them. It's just a matter of picking what game Shannon's going to play. And at that point, I talked to Shannon this week. Told her in. Obviously she lost the last 5 or 6 games in a row, and I just wanted to talk to her and see how her mindset was. Is there anything I'm doing wrong, or the team, or is she frustrated? And, I asked her when I go, Losey's getting 2 games. What game do you want to play? She's like, well, I'd like to play Friday. I'd like to play at home on Friday. I'm like, I was leaning towards that situation. So, it's not just my decision. I'd like to talk to them and find out what their input is too. So, coming down the stretch, it will probably be Andrew Lowen's series and playoffs, but we've got to be prepared for both.
And with that, you prepared to announce maybe the schedule this weekend. We're playing Knoxville. We're playing Knoxville out there and then Knoxville at home.
Lowen's playing Friday, Shannon's playing Saturday.
So Lowen's away and Shannon's at home.
Yeah. Shannon's bobblehead is Saturday, so I think it would be.
Yes.
bad part on my part not to play her Saturday. So, you know, it'll be a big night for Shannon. And you know what? If I was really a numbers coach, Shannon has not beat Knoxville. And for whatever reason, whether we played bad in front of her or whether she's played bad, she's probably had 3 or 4 cracks at Knoxville, and we have one in front of her with her in there. So if I was a numbers guy, Lowe's would be playing back to back. But again, it's more than just that. You know, Shannon has to play on Saturday.
And it is Shannon's Zabatos bobblehead night, Saturday night at the Civic Center. Any comments on that, Coach? Any other? I mean, everybody loves that. We had Ian Riget, the bobblehead, Order got. Of course, you started that whole role. But talk about how it feels to have a bobblehead about you.
I mean, my bobblehead isn't as pretty as these ones. Mine were.
I don't think it was meant to be.
Yeah, I don't know, but that wasn't very nice. But no, you know what? It's a great promotion. It's we have 1,000 giveaway. It's a good. We'll probably have a couple extra that we'll probably sell. I mean, not for a whole lot, but just so we're not just giving away. But you know what? It's a great promotion and it's good. We'll probably have an autograph signing after the game as well. Not just with Shannon. I mean, don't want to leave her out there with 1,000 people. So. It's a team thing, so we'll probably all do an autograph session up there upstairs with her as well on Saturday team.
And any updates on the Legends? Any new? I mean, every week we got to find that somebody else is coming. I heard some other name, another kind of New Englander guy that might be coming.
Who's that?
I don't know. Can you tell me?
Huh?
Just talking about a rumor I heard.
Sullivan? Yeah, John Sullivan's on. He'll be on his way. Sammy booked his ticket. You know, we talked about it last week. Tim Green, Tyler Keller, Brock Johnson, Carlisle Lewis was in town. A bunch of people haven't seen Carlisle in a while, so they'll be good. Darren McCausland will be coming as well from Birmingham or from Tuscaloosa. Got an Alabama guy over there. You know, some good crowd. Only Jenstead still not 100% sure, but Frankie should be in town. Which will be a good crowd. Can't wait for it.
Well, folks, next after this week, 4 more shows here at TGI Fridays. Really enjoyed the atmosphere as far as the food, and they have all kinds of specials. And as we know, we can go. Thanks right now to the staff there, the management at the TGI Fridays for hosting our coach. How about a nice round of applause for the guy right there? Sure.
We got Knox of these 2 games. I guess apparently David Segal is retired.
I've heard conflicting reports on that. I heard that he is going for a family reunion in the Philippines. Now, is that a retirement?
No, he's already went there. He's staying.
Oh, he's still there?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the story is? Well, you seem to know what's going on.
Yeah, well, let's get the skinny on Segal.
Just, I don't know, through the grapevine, I heard that he went over to the Philippines for a family reunion and he's staying. That's what I heard.
He played 2 games this weekend for Knoxville.
What's that?
He played for 2 games this weekend in Knoxville. So he's back.
Is he on the team? Oh, so he is back?
Yeah.
But I think he's going back.
He's going back to the Philippines. Apparently he got signed for the Philippine Olympic team. It's going to be in Boston anyway, so.
They traded for against the card, so I kind of figured something was happening there, but I really didn't know what it was. And I don't know. David Segal is probably a better player than Dennis Sicard. I mean, obviously they think they have that. They need that type of player there, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens this weekend. We haven't seen them in a while. They got some guys back, throwaways back. Looking forward to a good weekend against Knoxville. But the other big thing that happened on the weekend was
I heard Omi went crazy.
well, you know what? I'm not 100% sure. I mean, obviously, he already thinks they're somewhat untouchable, and I mean, guys, I don't know, and I don't know what Omechoy thinks either. I mean, Adam Stewart is a pretty cheap player. I mean, I thought he was a pretty honest guy until he kind of ran Louis from behind and hit Ginger from behind a little bit when we played him a month ago. And you know what? I don't know, but they were throwing some pretty good jabs on Twitter and Facebook after the games on Saturday night. It was
like 80 minutes of penalties, didn't they, in one period?
Yeah, one period, and one coach calling one guy a mediocre hockey player that doesn't know how to coach, and
it wouldn't be some guy from Quebec being true down.
Yeah, so pretty entertaining when it comes out of that, but I'd like to see them keep going at each other. It's somewhat entertaining.
It's a rivalry. It's the far outskirts rivalry. It's like the Klingons and the Romulans going at it. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Thanks again to Craig Simchuk and Will Hay, our players tonight, and also the head coach, Jerome Boo Bouchard, but most of all, to you, the fans, who support us and the Booster Club that take care of our players. We'll see you Saturday night for Shannon Zamado's bobblehead night and the Knoxville Ice Bears coming into town. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Go States! Go States! Go States! Go!
And good night, everybody. Don't forget, tip your waitresses and your bartenders.
Good job, guys.
Now we know we can hook this up like that. How do we, we're just, I don't have to bring that stuff in. Just hook it in. The fucking phone is tripping.